Welcome to this SCORE webinar. This is the first in a series on ownership design provided through SCORE Mentors Green Bay.
Yeah, I can talk about my cooperative journey a little bit, kind of following off of Jana's experience. I'm based in the Virginia, Washington, D.C., Maryland, Virginia, we call it the DMV. I'm based and from that area, but currently living in Richmond, Virginia. I'm part of an organization called Crowdwork, which is a limited cooperative association. And it really just seeks to decentralize work opportunities for local city residents right now. Maybe one day we'll expand to other cities. But we chose the cooperative route after really working with DC government, particularly the Office of DSLBD or the Department of Small and Local Business Development. I always try to remember what it stands for. And they were trying to incentivize back in like 2015, 2016, a bunch of conversations about co-ops. And that's kind of how I got involved in that conversation. I was very interested in this idea of shared ownership and democratic decision-making. And I didn't realize that like I had come across co-ops in my daily life. You know, if you've ever shopped at REI or Ace Hardware or bought stuff from Land of Lakes, those are all different types of cooperatives. So they're just working structures that emphasize worker ownership. So like the workers have more say in kind of how an enterprise is operated. And that was like really appealing to me. I have like a background in technology. And I always wanted to, find ways to help those who are kind of in that field to kind of get their ideas more front and center without necessarily going to like a VC or some investor and kind of having them steal the show. So like the co-ops are like really cool. Maybe in 2018, 2019, I came across this conference called the Platform Co-op Conference that was taking the idea of co-ops to platforms. So a platform might be an app you use on your phone, like Uber. So like thinking about, what would Uber be like if the riders and the drivers owned Uber? Like how would that change how the experience is? So I was like really inspired by that back then. And I tried to create a platform co-op, but it's a lot of work. And so like we settled on this kind of new phenomenon of the Limited Cooperative Association, which is, it's kind of like the LLC of co-ops. That's kind of how I put it. It basically allows you to have different classes of shares that can kind of accept, if you want investors, like you can have investors, but they won't have decision-making authority. And you can just have like member owners. And so like that was most appealing to the group of folks that I was working with. And we launched in 2020, focused on providing technical assistance and educational training to local DC area residents. We had our first contract with DC government last year, focused on providing continuing education for returning citizens or people who were formerly incarcerated and kind of helping them start their own businesses. And that was a lot of fun. And I hope that, in the future that we're able to kind of continue that type of work with different communities, helping them, find ways to do business, because I think like in some ways, like controlling your destiny is also like kind of controlling what you do, and I think business is a good way to do that.